Expressions and equations are not new to you. You've been doing them for a while. But what is the difference between the two? An expression is just, well, it's kind of part of an equation. The difference between them is an equation has an equal sign. You can kind of see that in the word equation. So you need to know that an equation has an equal sign and an expression does not. Throughout all the course of algebra, you are going to have to know the difference between the two because they are going to use these vocabulary words a lot. Expressions compared to equations. Well, like I said before, expressions don't have equal signs. So over here we have an 8y, 16a divided by b, 4r plus s, 7. A number by itself is also an expression. So don't be fooled when you see just a number. Again, like we said, equations have equal signs. So right here and right here, that separates an equation from an expression. Okay, unfortunately, we have to go through some vocabulary. I know it's your summer, you want to relax, but these are terms that you need to know to succeed in an algebra course. Variables will be with you for the next 4 years, without a doubt, and even longer if you decide to go to college. A variable is a letter or a symbol that is used to represent a number. So every time you see an expression, you might see a letter. Usually, you're going to see x's and y's, but any variable is fair game. Evaluating an expression. Evaluate just means to replace. You are going to replace every variable you see with the number they're giving you to use. And the value of an expression, well, the value is just the answer. It's the result. It's that final number that you're going to get once you simplify your expression. Let's apply it. Steps for evaluating expressions. Take a note of this. If you can think of a mnemonic device for W, S, and S, go for it. I can't think of one off the top of my head, though. Write the expression. Make sure you write it out. It will help you. Substitute in your values. Once you get the number, you're substituting it in for your variable. Let's get rid of those letters. We don't like them. And then finally, simplify your expression. 5x plus 4y. I always write out my expression. I like to rewrite it. I want it in my handwriting because I want to get it away from all those words. Now it's telling me x equals 3. So wherever I see an x, I'm going to get rid of it and I'm putting in a 3. So what I'm going to do is right here, that's where my x would be. I'm taking this 3 and I'm substituting it in there. Okay? Now we could simplify it now, or we can substitute the next part. Y equals 2. We got to make sure now we take this 2 and we got to put it in where my y is. Okay? So I'm going to have 5 times 3 plus 4 times 2, and I'm going to have to simplify. Well, we'll go back to order of operations. 5 times 3 is 15. 4 times 2 is 8. And the last step, when we add them together, 15 plus 8 equals 23. Take a second and try this one on your own. Make sure you pause your video. Evaluate x plus quantity 2x minus 1. Okay, well, the first step, write out my expression. X plus 2x minus 1. Okay, so now I have my x right there. I have an x right here. I'm just going to change the color of them so we can see them stand out. Anywhere I see an x, I'm going to put in a 5. So I'm taking my 5 and I'm putting it there. So we have x plus 2 times 5. I made parentheses for my multiplication, but we know they're the same. Order of operations. Oops, I forgot an x. Let me erase that and put in my 5 right there. Order of operations says I need to do what's inside the parentheses first. In this situation, we got to multiply 2 times 5. We'll get 10. 10 minus 1. Rewrite my 5 up front. Simplify what's inside the parentheses again. 10 minus 1 is going to give me 9. 5 plus 9, final answer. The value is 14. Take a second, don't forget, try this on your own. It's not going to help you unless you try it first. Okay, rewrite your equation. Oh, sorry, expression. X squared minus 3x plus 5. Let me highlight those x's again. I have an x right there and an x right there. I'm going to substitute that 8 anywhere I see an x. Those are my two spots right there. So let me rewrite this now. We have 8 squared, careful with that squared, don't lose it, minus 3 times 8 plus 5. Now, order of operations says parentheses first. We don't really have any because the only ones that we have are multiplication. Next comes exponents. So 8 squared, we get 64 minus 3 times 8 plus 5. Okay, parentheses gone, exponents gone. Next is multiply or divide from left to right. So we have a 3 times 8. So let me rewrite my 64 minus 3 times 8 is 24 plus 5. 64 minus 24, nice neat number. You get 40 plus 5. Last step, 45. The value of this expression after evaluating it is 45. As you can see, they're getting a little longer. Now we have 3 different variables to work with. We have an A, a B, and a C. You might see those a lot too. I know I said X's and Y's, but you can see the A's, B's, and C's also. First step, rewrite it. I have 5A plus 9B minus 2C. Okay, this gets a little complicated now. We're using different variables, so I'm going to make each one a different color. I have A is green, B is red, and C is black. Okay, so now I'm going to take my 5, put it where I see an A, that's the only A. Take my 7 where the B is, and C is my -3. So when I rewrite that, I will have 5 times 5 plus 9 times 7 minus 2 times -3. Parentheses. Nothing really, just multiplication. Exponents, don't have any. Next step will be multiplication. 5 times 5 is 25. 9 times 7 is 63. And -2 times -3, and negative times a negative will give me a +6. Let's do our addition. 25 plus 63 will be 88 plus 6. 88 plus 6 would be 94, and the value of my expression after I evaluate it would be 94.